I want to talk about this 5 simple ways to maximize your potential. Now, everybody wants to live a life to full potential, right? But I'm sure most of us do not know how to work on our own potential. So I just want to run through what are 5 simple things each one of you can do from today to work on your potential. First is we are what our thoughts are. Now you need to understand that your thoughts are empowering, then it'll help you to move in the right direction. But then if your thoughts are disempowering, obviously the opposite happens. So you got to work on your thought process. It's very important that irrespective of what is happening around you, or with your neighbors, with your environment, with your family, you should always ensure that you got to condition your mind to think more in positive thoughts, to focus on what you want, and to also tell yourself that, hey, I think I'm going to get here and I'm going to make this happen. Second is work towards constant expansion. Now, this is very important because if you do not work towards expanding yourself mentally, then it's more often than not, you'll not do it physically. Now, it could be in terms of expansion, very simple things. Let's say you're looking at walking for half an hour every day. Probably after a week, push it to 40 minutes. Then look at 50 minutes and then eventually 1 hour. Or look at exercising. Sometimes start with even 10 minutes. It's okay. But look at expansion. Constant expansion, what happens is it helps you to stretch your mind and eventually you'll start working on bigger goals. So the third one is welcome challenges with both hands. Look, without challenges, all our lives will be just a plain journeys, right? So what I always say is look at welcoming challenges. So sometimes what I personally do is I do things which I've never done before. It could be playing in a new golf course or doing something which probably going to a new destination through a different route altogether. Because for me, it challenges me. Small things. And I'm not saying you got to do something drastic here, but what I'm saying here is do small things which can challenge you. So welcome challenge with both hands and take pride and joy in what you do. Look, if you do not have joy and if you do not have pride in what you do, believe me, there's no way you're going to reach your potential. So whatever you're doing, right, irrespective of whether you're a CEO, whether you're an executive, you're a housewife, you're a husband, you're a wife, it doesn't matter. Take pride and joy in what you do. The moment you take pride in whatever you're doing, you will operate at a different level altogether. And then the last one is most important, which I personally believe a lot. Other success is your success. Now, this might sound cliche, but you know what? When you actually help others, people around you to win, eventually you will become also a better person. This happens to me all the time. My work gives me an opportunity to work with other person to become successful. Now I do it with a lot of joy and pride, and I welcome that opportunity for me, which comes on a consistent basis. And my most important task is when I work with other people, I look at how can I make them successful. The moment when I take ownership, that's when things will start operating at a different level. So these 5 things which I just touched upon is something very simple which I've been practicing from many years, and it's worked like a charm. I don't see any reason why it should not work for you.